Okay, good evening everybody. Anyone that's joined, we are on Pool 1, Race 2, Gtsa Season 2, coming to you live from Dragon's Trail, Seaside, as we're witnessing now, Panic Potato going through the chicane of death. I'm looking for a co-commentator. If anyone feels like joining me, I do have a party chat open. Just quickly busy while they're doing this, sharing the stream. Just had an eventful Pool 3 race. People spinning the chicane on your flying lap, you get damaged. It's quite fun. No ghosting, so welcome. I see 7 people tuning in already. We're on the first flying lap of probably only 2. Panic Potato, CADS, SMP3 Pro, loving that livery. Sirius Sam, Thunderdome, Kennels, Uncle Babby, JP Laser, Callum Pace, Steel Sam, Steel, running a F1 Nadim, running a Ferrari, sounding great there. Gianelli in the Supra, and then Jensen. We are missing one driver tonight, it seems. Guys watching, tell us how your race went. Did the chicane kill you? Or did you get killed by people parked in the chicane like I did? Let us know. Tell us how the race went, who won, who didn't win, winners and losers. Give a shout out to Uncle Kendog, who also was involved in driving into traffic. So we got Panic Potato currently on a 37.8, 38.0 from CADS. SMP3 Pro, 38.3. A couple of these guys are pitting to change their tyre strategy. Sirius Sam, 38.9. Uncle Babby, 38.9. He's on his second flying lap. Let's ride with him. Mr. Clark, unfortunate. Does happen. That's why we ask everyone to get into their pools early, to do test starts. I think TNR Sean had a disconnection problem after he crashed in the tunnel. But yeah, we're getting there early. There's a way to avoid connection problems. If you're smart, you ask to host. Uncle Babby comes through, he improves to 38.5. Kalen's on his flying lap, he should just get around to complete it, I think. 38.3 by Steel Sam, goes up to 3rd. We also got coming towards the end of the lap, Gianelli in that Supra coming through to finish this lap. Evening, Mr. Pumpkin Patch, welcome to the chat. Gianelli doesn't improve. No, he does improve. 39.1. Don't watch. Kennels is currently not set a lap, so this will probably be his only attempt. Yep, there's only a minute to go. curbs definitely go malos. Don't take a Suzuki over those curbs, it jumps. Kennels was flying earlier when I saw him, and he does a 38.4, goes up to 4th, but I think we do have 1 or 2 guys that are in the pits at the moment. Thunderdome, is he going to make it? 20 seconds? No, you won't get round. Evening Rav, you missed a very proper race. You're the man missing from pool 1 tonight. Forgiven though. Well, at least you can come join me on commentary next week. Race is starting. Okay, if any, the video title could be wrong. I was rushing. What does it say, John? Panic Potato, Paul, Cad, Sirius Sam, S&P, Steel Sam, Uncle Baby, KLM, and away they go. Nice clean start for Panic Potato and Sam, Cads, but we've got quite a bit of bunching behind. We're going to ride on board. Thunderdome, there's a whole bunch of guys running wide there. Everyone makes it through the second hairpin, so we'll go see it. Jensen, Ginelli, Sam, JP Laser, they all had an incident, as Charles would say. So that set them back, but only 10 seconds off, and half of that's from the grid, so we'll have to run through. So Panic Potatoes doing a good strategy from the front of the pack, starting on softs, get out there, make some gap and go through. Sam's also on softs, Cad softs, Caleb Pace up to 4th softs, Steel Sam softs, Thunderdome soft. Our first hard runner is Uncle Baby, he is in 7th, S&P 3 Pro, 8th softs, Kennels on softs in 9th, hards for Yastil, hards for Nadim, hards for JP Laser, softs for Junali, hards for Jensen, who's got a little bit of damage. Jensen goes into the pits. I don't know if that was his strategy, but he's getting rid of those tyres while he's got damage. Panic Potato already opened up 1.7 seconds on Sam. Sam 1.7 on Cads. Our damage drove into TNR. Sean parked across the underneath the tunnel in lap 2, so it wasn't much better. I did manage to stretch my fuel 13 laps on mediums and then 9 on softs, but the last 2 of each, the tyres were crying a little bit on the poor Suzuki. Got quite a nice battle here. Thunderdome versus Steel Sam. Thunderdome gets through. Now let's watch what Steel Sam does into the braking zone. Anyone is interested, there's a chat party open that you're welcome to come and join, so the general public doesn't have to just listen to me the whole time. S&P and Kennels on their hards, hanging there. So I think most of the guys, it's either most people will be doing a 2-stop, or S&P clips the wall there, gets a little bit of damage. Either get the softs off early and do 2 long medium stints, or 1 very long medium stint and a soft stint. Other guys in pool 3 I noticed were doing a 6-7 lap hard stint and then 2 soft stints afterwards. We have looked like S&P going into pits. Mrs. Ravanti, good evening. Hope you guys are having a good time wherever you are. Blum. Jensen's had no, Jensen pitted, sorry, I was going to say he's had an incident, but he's pitted. So Panic Potato panicking his potato away from the pack. Trying the F1 thing with a whole bunch of P's, some alliteration. Sam also 2 seconds ahead of Cads. Cads 1 second ahead of Callum Pace in the Citroen, who is right ahead of Thunderdome. Thunderdome's got my favourite GR3, the Merc. It's not always the fastest, but it's just, I enjoy driving it. And it's got that big throaty exhaust note. You can actually ride on board and listen here. You can't see Kalen because there's no side window that side. So Kalen defends into the hairpin. We've got some Sam shouting for their team in the comments. So it's quite static on our top two. Thunderdome looking up the inside this time on KLM pace. That Merc having a little bit more power. Kalen on softs, Thunderdome on softs. He is using a little bit more of the tyre. Kalen looking back. A nice little battle here between the two of them. Thunderdome does have the inside though for the chicane. Gets through. Just that little bit of battling's given Cads a little bit more of a gap ahead, but Thunderdome is through now. We see if he can progress. We'll go a little bit more through the field. Uncle Babby on hards with Kennels on softs right behind him. Two Team Alpha, one MGR and one Sam driver. Yeah, still with F1 Nadim, Junelli up to 10th. Got some red cars, JP Laser hanging in there, he's 11th, SMP3 Pro 12th after pitting, so these are the stoppers. SMP, Steel Sam and Jensen they've done their stop on the Steel Sam hasn't had it. Has he stopped? He's back on hard, so it seems. Looks like he stopped on lap 3, but he put hards on again. Interesting. Jensen's on the medium. He's making up for that early incident. S&P pitted and put softs on, so he's flying along after getting rid of the hard tyres. Probably the closest battles at the moment, these three here. Steele in the Porsche, Nadim in the Ferrari, and Junelli on the Supra. This is why I need co-commentators, because I need to have a sip of coffee, and dead air is a bad thing. Nadim looking at the inside of Steele. Steele's on hard, Nadim's on softs. Junelli's on softs. So yeah, Steele's always one to run a clever strategy, so he's on the alternative at the moment on hards, doing good pace 41s with those hard tyres. I think Porsche looked quite strong on this track as well. Someone was saying the Merc earlier. Yeah. We rejoin Thunderdome now, catching up to Cads. Taken half a second out of him. That big Lambo getting all kinds of twitchy. Malos, where's Trivs tonight? Trivs turned me down for commentary. He said he had something better to do. Thunderdome got a bit of a run here. Does he go for a big dive? Only problem with this corner, your exits is extra important, so he looks like he's going a little bit wider. Try to get the drive out and slipstream down the straight. Kalen just dropping off a little bit, but still with just a second off. Kendall says the drivers in the Porsche made them look good, but definitely not Kendall. I was expecting you to win even after you had your early incident and I moved over for you. I still thought you were going to win. Move over for the guy, and then he happens to run off, and then you pass him and let him through again, and then he has a 3-second penalty. Yeah. So the front two held each other and brought Kalen right back in. So now it's a three-way battle. It's right on board with Kalen through the S's in this futuristic Citroen VGT. I think this is also like the Suzuki 7-speed. Gunny was saying he's driving an Alpine. What are you in Renault, Mr. 00? Ooh, Cads gets sideways. She's lost some momentum, but you can't really overtake into the chicane of death. Kalen doing what I did earlier, back out a little in case of a head crash. Went right through Snakey and Mr. Kendog after they were bumping each other into the wall. So just while we're watching this battle, shout out to our sponsors, TGN Racing Simulators. Track art is no more, unfortunately. You might be able to get some special orders, I'm not sure, but shout out to TGN Racing, rigs, entertainment, rentals, events, that kind of thing. Very big for events, so if you're holding a motoring expo or anything like that, call TGN. And then Right Recruitment, Runner Utilities. Take a look at them on Facebook. Most of our posts have them tagged in there. Always shout out the sponsors. We've got Panic Potato now running almost 5 seconds ahead. His tires are looking a bit tired. Sam not much better. A little bit more fuel. Cads with Thunderdome, Kalen Pace right behind. Kalen should go through for another lap. Actually all three of these should. Kernel's on his softs, got up to 6. He's pulled away 6 seconds on Uncle Baby, who's on the hards. Baby's going to need to stop this lap. Looks like his fuel's quite low. He's done a good job on the hard tyres though. He's still also on hards. He's got a little bit of front damage. He's got Sam, JP Laser and Nadim right with him now. Yeah, still pitting early to get rid of his... No, he hasn't pitted yet. He's just doing a steel fuel saving. That damage is a pity, because knowing steel, you could probably one-stop this race or something crazy. Nadim's still behind, yes. S&P is catching them. He's stopped once already. He's using his soft tyres. Still Sam flying along, also stopped once. Jensen up to 13th. And Junadi stopped, he's in 14th. We've got Panic Potato in the pits. Sam's gone for another lap on fumes, stretching out those Slayer energy drinks on the Citroen. Cad's now in second from Thunderdome and Kalen Pace. They're all pretty low. Kalen's got the most fuel out of these three. Might just be enough to undercut in the pits, depending on what strategies they go for. If they fuel full, if they can get by with a little bit less. I don't think any of them are going to get 16 laps, maybe. If I could do 13, I suppose they can do 16. Kennel's 5th place. He's going to come in this lap as well. Then we've got Justeel, who stopped on lap 2. He's got a little bit of fuel left. He'll probably do another couple laps. Malos, you'd be the retirement village, so old. Panic Potato is currently in 6th after his pit stop. Justeel moves out the way. Good sportsmanship, realizes they're on different strategies and doesn't hold him up. Thunderdome is RBS, yes. RBS Racing, Thunderdome, Triple H Racing. Here we have the first 5 into the pits. First 5 there on track. Obviously Panic Potato should be coming through again. He had quite a big lead, so I don't see anything changing. You can see Panic Potato goes through. Yeah, still stays out. He is going on to his 9th lap on those tyres. Cads is on his way out. He's still behind, but he has made up some time. He's still coming through on old tyres. So Cad's made up about 5 seconds there, but you can see Panic Potato fueled full. Cads is only fueled half, so he's definitely doing his hard stint now, and then he's going to pop on softs again in a couple laps. S&P, he's stopped early, so he's got a few more laps to go. Serious Sam fueled full, so that will bring him back into contention a little bit later. He was in 2nd early on. You can see how much that pit stop helped Cads. He's two seconds ahead, but he's got half a tank less. Yeah, Cad's making a move on your still, who's on a different strategy. Still doesn't defend it, just leaves the inside open. He's doing his best to not affect anyone and just run his race. 9 laps on 66% fuels. Great job. Those hards are still cooking. So we'll see if Yastil's one-stopping this. Will he go in this lap? Will he do one more? If he can do one more, then I think he's one-stopping and he is going through. So Yastil's going to start his 10th lap on 66%. He is going to have to save a bit, I think, but you're still playing the alternative strategy game as always. At the front, Panic Potato 4.8 ahead of Cads. S&P is now right behind Cads. He's done his hards. Cads is on hards. S&P's on his soft stint. He's going to stop shortly for mediums in a couple laps. He's got fuel, but those tyres are already dropping off. Might be worth him pitting this lap or the next. Sam, fresh mediums. He's going to do a long stint. KLM Pace goes past Yastil. Yastil pulls in for a slipstream. Ken, when I was testing to see how long I could get on my car, I was like, okay, well, 2-stop or 3. I even thought of a 3-stop, and I thought, only there'll be one guy, and it'll probably be still trying a 1-stopper here. And it looks like he could prove me right in a car that's not known for fuel saving. I think he's got a couple extra bottles in the back of that Porsche at the moment. But yeah, still definitely could come into play later, especially with the 2nd, 3rd, 4th battle. Not sure if he'll Panic Potato, but he's only 2 seconds behind these guys, and he's going to make 1 pit stop less. Panic Potato pulling away from Cads quickly. Panic Potato on the mediums, Cads on the hards. Serious Sam on the mediums, who's catching back up. S&P goes to fit his mediums. He's done his soft stint, he's done his hard stint, so this will be him till the end. Yastil's also coming in, him to the end. So I expect them both to go on mediums. And Yastil, where was Yastil on the grid? He's done a great job. So basically anyone who's on the medium, they're going to go until lap, how many laps? 5 on hards, 3 on hards. Panic Potato now 6 ahead of Cads on his hards. Serious Sam's caught right up. KLM Pace is caught up. They need to get past Cads as quickly as possible. When did Cads come in? Cads came in on lap 8. So I don't think he would be able to go to the end from here. He did 8 on softs. He's probably going to come in this lap or the next to fit mediums. guys behind him are going to have to do another few laps before they fit their softs. So Cad's doing a great job for Panic Potato here. Thunderdome's going to have a quick finish. He's 6 seconds behind Kalen, but he did hards and now mediums. So he's going to run softs for the last. Anyone in? Nope. So we've still got this train here. The two Citroens need to get past that Lambo. Shout out to everyone watching. If you just joined, let us know who you are, how your race went, how you're enjoying this, the season, the cars. Did anyone switch manufacturers? Sam got a bit out of shape there, back Kalen up a bit. Gives Cads that half a second gap that he didn't have a few moments ago. So Cad's doing a great job on this hard. He is running low fuel, so his strategy is not interfering too badly with the guys ahead. And 39.8 on hards isn't slow at all. Panic Potato on his mediums is sailing away. Gap now up to 8 seconds. It was just under 3 when he came out the pits a few laps ago. 5 laps ago, so second a lap. Cads is there, but something's happened to Sam. Did he hit the chicane? Because his nose is flashing there and he's lost 3 seconds odd. So I'm not sure what happened, but I'm assuming chicane of death, and Sam didn't have a friendly meeting there. You can't really do anything if you Sam at the moment. He's run softs, he's on his mediums only for 5 laps. He needs to do maybe another 7 laps. But how much is that damage hurting him, because he's dropping back towards RBS quite quickly now. Kalen's fine though, he doesn't have any damage. Thunderdome now up to 4th. Kennel's on mediums now, he's up to 5th. Ginelli currently 6th. We haven't seen him, he's had quite a jump. Still Sam and Uncle Babby close together. JP Laser. Cad's now 11th after his second stop, so he's good to the end. Cad's 43. Cad's about 8 seconds ahead of Yastil, who's also good to the end, and S&P was right with Cad's as earlier, only a second back. He should. Is he good to the end? I don't think S&P doesn't have to pit for softs. He did the 2 laps early on the hards. So then he ran soft, now he's on hard mediums. So the requirement was to only run hards. You could do anything else you liked. You could run softs for 23 laps if you wanted, mediums 23 laps. Oh, Cad's just died a death, and you're still so lucky to get through without damage. Cads doesn't seem to have too much damage. Fortunately for him, no engine damage, because that is a killer. I had engine damage, came through the chicane and found a car parked on the line on my qualifying lap and got engine damage. It was still my quick lap. It was like somewhere around a 45 though, but which doesn't help. So that's terrible for Cad's race. 10 laps to go. He doesn't have to pit again, but it might be worth it just for the damage. Put softs on. Ghosting is not on. Why is ghosting not on? Because ghosting doesn't happen in real life, same as we don't have. Generally though, it's not an issue. chicane of death caught me nicely twice in the race and qualifying. What's weird though, even with ghosting off, when the guys stop dead, they do sometimes ghost normally. So I don't know what happened on this track. But it was chaos. So let's run through your order. Panic Potato, he needs to stop for hards towards the end. He's got a 10-second lead over Kalen though. Kalen, I think, also has to stop for hards. Yeah, Thunderdomes has to stop. So Sam's pitting with that damage. He must have had another issue because now both sides were flashing. 10 laps ago, he's going to throw in some softs, I think. Little top up. Did Sam have used mediums yet? I don't think hards yet. I don't think so. So he might just be going hards. We'll see now. Yep, he's had to go to hards. Get the hards out the way. If you saw last week's pit lane, that was what my qualifying was like. Came around the corner and there was just like 15 cars piled into each other after the chicane of death. Someone hit the outside or spun and then everyone went into it. I did the Days of Thunder thing, closed my eyes and kept the throttle down, but it didn't work. Probably because we're not on an oval. Yeah, so Kalen should do another 2-3 laps and then he has to pit for hards. Panic Potato needs to do his hot. Thunderdome now up to 3rd. Kennels up to 4th. Ginelli 5th. Uncle Baby 6th. Nadim 7th. Sam 8th. Sam is now finished pitting. S&P's completed his pit stops. He's still behind Sam. JP Laser starts to pit again. He's right behind S&P. Yeah, Steele's pace was good. I thought why is he back, but he's completed all his stops. Cads after that incident is now 12th. Still showing damage. I don't know if he's hit something again, or no, he hasn't pitted yet. Did he pit? Yeah, he's coming in now to get rid of that damage. Fit some softs, may as well. Ginelli putting on hards. He's good to the end. It's quite early for the hard tires. You see quite a few guys running with a little bit of damage here and there. All breezy out front for Panic Potato. 12 seconds in the lead. Kalen's on his softs. He has to fit hard shortly, I think. Things I don't think TC's on. TC was underneath the ABS. I haven't seen it flashing. Panic Potato goes through. Kalen's into the pits. Captain Slow, good evening. Punkin Patch GT7 glitch. Punkin, how did your race go? Thunderdome now up to 2nd. He's still got time on those mediums. Kalen goes soft, he must have, because he's pitted quite early compared to Thunderdome. We join and see Kennels flying over the curb there, managed to stay on track. He's up to 3rd, only 2 seconds behind Thunderdome. Some good pace on the mediums. Thunderdome's also on mediums, a little bit more dead ones. Kalen now in 5th. He's completed his pit stops unless he decides to do another one. Any damage or Sarah Sam with that damage he had was with Kalen. He's now 6 seconds behind. running a couple laps longer on hards as well. S&P, who stopped early, got the mediums out the way, ran softs. Now he's on mediums to the end. He's catching Serious Sam. Bit of a pace, about a second a lap quicker last time around. So S&P strategy coming to him now. Also on mediums, Yastil. He's 7 seconds behind S&P, but he might still catch Sam before they end if his pace is good. I think he's a bit far back to catch Kalen. A few guys still have to pit. Nadim has to pit. I think Kennels has to pit for hards, Thunderdome for hards, and Panic Potato, but he's got a big enough gap to still come out in second, in the lead once he does. JP Laser currently fighting Cads at the back. So 15th is not here, Ravanti. 14th, 13th and 12th will be the guys dropping to pool 2 next week, and we'll have 4 new entries. Jay, no rain next week unfortunately. Next week is the first of our wildcard races because we're having 8 GR3 and 4 races and 4 wildcards. So it's one of each GR, wildcard, one of each GR, wildcard, and that's how the season's going to go. So trust me, there's going to definitely be opinions about next week, especially from the admin who has to work out the results. See Donnie in the chat there. I don't see Ryan Smith doing the points and pools. He's going to have a good time with the results next week. All I'm saying at the moment, you'll have to wait till tomorrow. Uncle Babby does the Tokyo drift across the gravel. It's a nice thing about that corner is half the time you manage to come on without losing too much, as he did there. Great save. Only lost about a second in all of that. He's on softs, so he's going to make a count with that extra grip. Nadim's also on softs. All the Baby's on softs. Junelli's on hards. Jensen's on mediums. Yastil, we know, is on mediums. I don't know who's Dylan. Missed that. Yeah, Stings. We need the Tokyo Drift music when Babby comes on again. Kalen now up to 4th with the guys 1 or 2 cars ahead pitting. It's 5 seconds ahead of Sam. Sam's 8/10 ahead of S&P now. S&P's on the mediums. There's Potato Dylan, yeah. They're still doing a great job there. I think he's... Yeah, Kennels will come out probably just ahead of Yassil. He's going to go on hards, I think. Thunderdome's going to go on hards. Panic Potato also has to go on hards, Mr. Dylan. Panic Potato 17. That does tell me that there's at least 17 Panic Potatoes, and that 16 are not here right now. I'm trying to do my Netflix commentary impersonation. Panic Potato comes in, so pits. He's in a Citroen. We're going to have another Citroen coming through. No, Kennels comes in the Alpha. Thunderdome still has enough fuel for another lap. Cutting down his hard time, which will help him a little bit later. So Panic Potato comes out just behind him, 2nd place. First in reality. Kalen coming out the last corner. It's going to be a battle between him and Kennels. If he gets out in time, I don't think so. I think he's safe. Kalen goes up back to retake his 2nd place. Kennels comes out on the hards. Sam going to go through. Sam and S&P. They're going to come out with more pace. This should be interesting. Sam goes through. Does S&P make a late move? Nope. So Sam on hards, Kennels on hards, S&P on mediums. Still trying to find his way through, but they're a little bit tired, so that's going to be our battle for 4th, 5th and 6th till the finish. Thunderdome might just end up in the middle of it. He's 30 seconds ahead of these guys. Gtsa still in 7th. He's having a solid race. Those mediums looking pretty tired. Still 4 laps to go after this one. He's just maintaining his pace. Jensen on fresher mediums after his early drama. He's back up to 8th. Junelli 9th. Uncle Baby 10th. He's got damage all over. Last lap he lost 4 seconds. Thunderdome's in the pits. We'll go check on him now. Nadim's 11th. Steel Sam 12th. Also a bit of damage. Hurting him. Cad's 13th. Sam 14th. So Kalen coming into the last corner now. It's going to be... should get out. No. Thunderdome's coming out the pits. Kalen's coming down pit lane, so Thunderdome's jumped Kalen, Sam, S&P and Kennels, but Kalen's coming down at pace, so he's going to have to take that place on track. Great job by Thunderdome going that longer strategy. He is done. He came in on lap 8, so he did 12 laps on mediums. Kalen came in on lap 16, so 4 laps short, 4 laps more on hard, and that's put him back into 3rd. S&P now is a bit of free air, 4th place. Sam 4th place, S&P 5th. Kennels has damage, so I'm not sure what happened there. He was right with the 3 of them. Still in 7th. Jensen, Junelli. A nice little inter-Sam battle here. Uncle Babby looking to fight against Steel Sam, both with damage. Whichever one of these beats each other will be the one that doesn't get relegated, so lots to play for there. But right now there's still a few laps and they want to go and catch F1 Nadim. Maybe they can both be safe for the week. JP Lasers had pace, but a couple of incidents early on. Same Cads 38.8. His best lap. Sings drive your alpha unless it's broken, and that's what you mean. So it looks like that whatever incident we missed with Kennels, S&P and Sam, S&P's catching back up. Kennels I think is going to have to settle for 6. He's got some damage there which I think is affecting him a little bit. He's still similar pace, but right now I think the main battle is Thunderdome and Kalen, which we're going to sit with for a little bit, and then 5 seconds further back Sam and S&P. So this is for the second step on the podium. Two and a half laps to go. 2 of our long-term Gtsa drivers. Thunderdome with I think one GTSA title. Kalen I think has 3, possibly 4. I can't remember. We'll have to ask him later. Right now Panic Potato's 21 seconds ahead. So unless he hits a wall, looks like he's safe and secure with that Citroen at the moment. 2 laps to go. Currently has the fastest lap of a 37.8. Sorry, 3 laps to go, correct, Connie. So for those guys, 2 laps to go for Panic Potato. Now they have 2 laps to go. Both on hards. Tire and fuel doesn't really matter at this point. Sam's got S&P right with him, half a second. He actually made half a second on him through that sector. I don't know if S&P ran a bit deep into the chicane, but He's done a long stint on these tyres. You can see he's already running out of front grip. I think I'd rather be on the fresh hards than these worn out mediums that are sliding across the track. He's doing a good job just to stay with Sam at the moment. Kalen sitting there. I don't think we've got much overtaking at the moment. Kennels, no man's land, 4 seconds ahead, 3 back. Steele's got Jensen closing on him. It's only 1.6 seconds. You can see Steele, like S&P, his front tyres are starting to show some strain there. Jensen's also on mediums, but not quite as worn. And we've got Steele's got a 6 second ahead and 6 second back gap. Clouds are rolling in off the sea as we go into the later part of these races. Nadim's up to 10th, Cad's 11th, Steel Sam 12th, Uncle Babby's now in 13th. He's dropped back. The damage is really affecting him and he's worn softs. JP Laser's catching him, so right now it's looking like Steel Sam, Uncle Babby and JP Laser in relegation zone. Cads is now 11th. He's safe at the moment. Great recovery. We're going to go find those front running battles if anything's happened there. Nope, still second. S&P is making a big dive on Sirius Sam as we rejoin and gets through. They're both onto the last lap. Sam's going to not take that line down. S&P's mediums versus Sam's hards. I see Sting saying bad luck for Sam the team, not the driver. Sam the driver's in 5th. Sam the team, it's been a while since we haven't had one of them on the podium. We've got TNR, Thunderdome and Kalen Pace currently. Kalen's 9/10 off. I don't think he's going to be able to do much against that Merc power in the last half a lap. Panic Potato's already going into the last turn. Doing a bit of showboating. Well done, Dylan, Mr. Panic. Unlike Matt, don't care. Panic Potato panics, but he gets a job done. Thunderdome's got second in the bag here, looks like. We're going to check S&P and Sam. I think they also settled. Last lap move by S&P. Thunderdome coming through. Good drive from the back. Kalen also moved up from their grid positions. Second and third, Thunderdome Kalen. S&P holds off Sam. Kennels with some damage and low fuel is going to hang on to 6. They're still one stopper 7th, Jensen 8th. Junelli comes through to take 9th. F1 Nadim top 10. He's got Cads right on him, but Cads is going to run out of time. 0.067 seconds. Cads 11th. Steel Sam 12th. First of the relegation zone. JP Laser 13th. And Uncle Babby with no tyres, lots of damage and no fuel. He's just cruising over the line here. Callan says happy with third. Hate this track. Okay, well, I know you're definitely going to hate next week, Kalen, but unfortunately, I do know what you like and don't like. So we have your podium, Panic Potato 17, also known as Dylan, I believe. Thunderdome 888 second, Kalen Pace third, S&P 3 Pro, Nips fourth right at the end from your Sirius Sam, sorry. Kennels brings that 4C home. You're still one stopping to 7th. Jensen in 8th. You can see Junadi SAF1 Nadim takes a Ferrari to 10th. Cads 11th, Steel Sam 12th, JP Laser 66 in 13th, and Uncle Baby 96 brings home the field. With Ravanti being out of town, so he couldn't take part. I actually think this would have been a good combo for Uncle Rav, but the good news is next week he'll be on commentary with me because he's dropping a pool. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Watch Discord tomorrow around about 5 for the good news, bad news, depends who you are. It is a wildcard race, so expect chaos. I've been challenged for a Suzzbox combo, so this one definitely will test all your skills. We'll see you tomorrow.